even if you're not okay with yourself as of right now, learn to love that person in the mirror, because it's only you and him. You only have you and him at the end of the day. You look into the mirror, you're not seeing Justin Bieber, you're not seeing anyone else, you're seeing yourself. So learn to love that human vessel that's in the mirror. Even though this is all fake, what matters is the heart and the soul. The soul is what you truly are. Once you acknowledge how great you are, everyone will too. Building confidence doesn't stem from someone else or you're admiring someone else. It stems from you, from the inside. And I found out the best way to build inner confidence, to appreciate who you are as a person, to love yourself dearly. And it all stems from you acknowledging how great you are. Just seeing the good within the bad, seeing the little wins within your life. And that is how you build competence. That is how you value yourself. And you start to realize, I am a good person. I am a strong person. I am a happy person. Check this out. We are all in search for something that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? We want that person that we don't have. And then once we get that person, it's like, okay, what's the next goal? But once you take a step back and realize that you have everything that you need right now, you're still living, you're still breathing, you still have a roof over your head. You see these things that we normally overlook. But if you acknowledge that and you say, yeah, I do have everything that I need. I have my car, even though I want a Corvette. I still got my little Honda outside. I still got a roof over my head. I still got my room. You know what I'm saying? I got everything that I need. And did you see how quickly my emotions change from wanting to get that certain person or attain that certain accolade or achievement? You take a step back and realize everything that you have now. And this leads you to higher vibrations and to appreciate yourself. The way to build competence and confidence is exactly by this. Acknowledge all the great things that you do. Hitting the gym, eating healthy, going to school, reading books. Acknowledge that. This is where you will stem to get more power, and it would only uplift you. And I got this as the perfect example. This is like the literal example of what will happen if you do not acknowledge how great you are and value yourself. This is the perfect example. So I've been hitting the gym for years. As a natural guy, depending your genetics, you're not going to build Ronnie Coleman type, you know what I'm saying, muscle. But a lot of people have that within their mind. So when they're going through training and they're training for years, they're putting in hours and hours a day in the gym, days in, 5-6 days out of the week, and they look in the mirror, they do not appreciate who they are. I need you to understand that this is something very big. Instead of looking into the mirror and seeing all the muscle that they did grow, they're comparing themselves to other people on social media, whether they're into bodybuilding, which will take you away from self-love. You see what I'm saying? You can want and strive for greater things and use it as motivation. But if you're not content with who you are, and then you look into the mirror after all of these years that you put in and all the work, that you're not grateful for what you are, this is the exact opposite effect of building confidence. They'll look into the mirror and have body dysmorphia. That is a man-made illness. I want you to understand that, but it stems from you comparing yourself to other people. You comparing yourself to this guy on steroids, or you comparing yourself to this guy with great genetics or something, instead of looking into the mirror and saying, yeah, I built that. I love myself. I love my body. Look at a picture when you first started working out and notice how small you are. And then look at how big you are now in the mirror. And then you will start to realize, oh, wait, I've really been putting in this work. I've really been into the lab. I really do love myself. I am really grateful for all the times and all the hours that I spent into the gym. This is what will make you powerful. This is what will make you confident. And I need you to understand, everyone will notice it too. You'll start to walk with a pep in your step. You walk with your head held high, your chest up, your shoulders back. That is the walk of someone with confidence mixed with competence, meaning you acknowledge all of the work that you put in. You see the little W's in your life, all of the wins. This is what will make you better. This is what will make you stronger as a person. After all of the weeks, years, and months that you put into the gym, you now look into the mirror and say you have body dysmorphia. You don't like how you look. Oh, I'm small. Oh, I'm skinny. You know what I'm saying? This is only hindering you. I take a step back and be like, yeah, I really did put in that work. I really did do what I was supposed to do. I always did wanted to get bigger, and I did get bigger. Am I at where I want to be? Maybe not, but I still am going to go strive and never quit the gym. This is what keeps you relentless. This is what builds discipline. You have to acknowledge what you do. Acknowledge that once you put in the work and acknowledge the work that you put in, you will grow. You will get better in anything that you do. This is what will uplift you, bro. I need you to understand this. This is what will unlock true confidence, by acknowledging everything that you do have in this life. So there's no need to go go chase that person or try to be like someone else. Acknowledge who you are and be grateful for who you are. Learn to love yourself, and that is finding love from within, because you're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to do the things that everyone else is doing or whatever it is. You're okay with doing with what you do, and you're okay with that. You love that. Once you are finally okay with yourself and start to embrace yourself, this is when you become magnetic. Because after all of the times that you've been going through and everything, even if you haven't took a step where you think you have took a step, trust me, you took a step. You've been through a lot of things when you were a child. You've been through a lot of things, and it's not until you embrace it that you give those situations power. I can give you a personal, very personal, example of this. When I was a kid, I didn't grow up with my dad. I grew up with my mom. So my mom raised me, and she had to be the man and woman to me. You see what I'm saying? She had to show me the hard times and give me discipline, which sometimes was whooping my ass. At other times, she had to be my mom and show me love. But quite honestly, my mother grew up hard, so I had to grow up hard as well. She didn't show as much love as everyone else's mom. And trust me, when I was a kid, I had that victim mentality of, why don't you love me like everyone else mom loves them? She literally told me, I wasn't raised that way, so you're not getting raised that way either. And at that moment, I was crying. I remember I was crying my eyeballs. I was probably like 7 years old, just complaining and feeling sorry for myself. She's like, don't feel sorry for yourself. There's no need to feel sorry for yourself. And she was being straight up. That is why my personality is quite honestly straight up. But now, since I can take a step back and realize how I was raised, that I acknowledge I am strong because my mom built me strong. Like literally, she did her job. She had to play both man and woman. You see what I'm saying? And once you acknowledge the pain and all of the hardships that you went through and see the good within the bad, you are uplifted and you are magnetic. You are stronger depending on how much things you go through. And once you go through enough pain and you're okay with yourself and you love yourself, you are now magnetic, because now you're not insecure of yourself. You're not into your self-centeredness. You care about other people now. You care about how other people feel. So you're not going to go hurt other people's feelings. Especially when I didn't know this, I would always crack jokes on everyone and shit like that. And that's who I once was. You see what I'm saying? It's not until I acknowledge how I grew up and all of the hardships that I went through that I am a greater person now. And I don't want to inflict pain or flame people, even if it's a joke. I don't want to hurt that person's feelings. You see what I'm saying? It's only if it's my friends. You know what I'm saying? We do that since we were kids, so that's what we do. For other people, you know what I'm saying, I'm only show love to. And this opens a portal of life in you, because you're not in your self-centeredness. You go and show love to people and you receive the love back. I can go up to anyone right now with open arms and give them a hug, because I am not in my self-centeredness, and I'm speaking from experience. I show love to whoever, even if I don't know your name, I've never seen you before. If you give me a look and I'm looking at you and you're like kind of staring at me, I will smile at you. This is why I get a lot of girls too. Once you acknowledge and embrace who you are and you're truly grateful for who you are, your chains are unlocked. You are freed from everyone else's point of view, their perception of you. It does not matter. You are you, and that's that. I am Patrick Marino, and I'm good with that. And once you embrace all of the hardships and pain that you go through, you become such a greater man, because you don't want to inflict pain on others. You want to show love to others. That's what I've realized within my own life. And I want you to understand there's this one thing called the great player effect. I'm going to call it actually the LeBron James effect. LeBron James came into the NBA in the 2003 and 2004 season. And before then, everyone knew who LeBron James was. They were comparing him to Michael Jordan before he was even in the league. He went straight out of high school, smooth to the NBA. And I have the statistics of what the great player effect means. So the year that he got drafted, they were 35 and 47 by the end of the year. In the ninth seed in the conference, meaning they weren't too good, but they weren't too bad, and they didn't get to go to the playoffs. But the year before that, when he wasn't on that team, they were the 15th seed. And they were 17 and 65. That is the level of a great player. He doubled his team's wins and went all the way to the ninth seed, right? And as we all know, LeBron James, the year after that, he gets his toes really wet into the NBA. And he goes from 35 to 42 to 42 and 40. So it's only progressing with LeBron. We know this. So by the 2005 and 2006 season, the year after that, his record is now 50 and 32. And is now in the 4th Eastern Conference. Well, the 4th seed, basically, if you know ball. He's in the 4th seed. only progressing. Then the year after that, they went to 50 and 32. So now they are the second seed, and they went to the NBA Finals, and they lost to the Spurs. But if you know anything about basketball, LeBron James was carrying bots. Like, I'm talking about 2K bots where, you know what I'm saying, those people wasn't nice, bro. He literally, it was a one-man army. No funny shit. What I mean by the great player effect is how LeBron James comes onto a team with full of bots. All of those years he was in Cleveland, there was not one other all-star than him. So by carrying all of these bots, he made everyone on his team better. He was going for 30 to 40 a night almost, but his teammates were getting better playing with him. That is the same effect that you will have in real life with other humans around your world. I'm telling you this right now. You become the great player. You become the great human. You just show love to people. You don't want to hate on people. You don't want to talk bad about people. I don't know what has been within me, but all I do now is show love. I admire myself, of course, and I admire everything that I went through. So it builds me power, but I go and show love to other people. I don't want other people to feel the pain that I went through. You see what I'm saying? But I want to go and show love to my sisters, to my family, to my friends, to everyone around this way, everyone that I know, because that's a righteous way to live, and it's a good way to live, because if you live negatively and you're doing that, you're hurting other people's feelings, you're bullying, your life and your outcome of life would only be worse. It's only going to be negative. But if you do the opposite, you go and show love to people, love will come to you. They'll reciprocate the love to you. I've been expressing this a lot in my past previous videos. You acknowledge all of the bullshit that you went through, bro. And trust me, shit is rough. Shit gets tough. Your mind starts going crazy and things just go out of line, or certain things that you physically go through. The key to going through pain and unlocking confidence and competence is by learning from that situation. So acknowledging all of that bullshit, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, growing up when you ain't have your dad, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, you ain't have both parents, or you were getting kicked out of your house like I was, or, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Acknowledge those times and understand those feelings, and you'll be grateful for everything. I was getting kicked out of my house by I was 16. Now I have my own apartment, and I'm alright. You see what I'm saying? I'm okay. You see? There's nothing to be worried about. But I acknowledge, I know the pain of being damn near homeless. Going from house to house, sleeping house to house. I know that. Trust me, I know that. Not knowing where you're going to stay next. It's not stress that you want. So within that pain, I acknowledge all the things I went through. And you would only want to help others. This is literally kind of my self-improvement channel. All I do is want to help others. All I do is read books and, you know what I'm saying, hit the gym, take care of myself. So if you're into that, I'm just here to give you the knowledge. So subscribe for that. But that is how you become so great that everyone notices as well. You walk with your head high, your chest up, your shoulders back. It shows that even without even anyone saying anything to you, they know he's confident. They know he's competent. They know he feels himself. They know he is great. Acknowledge all of the bullshit, all of the pain, and acknowledge it for the greater good. Like I said, with the people with the body dysmorphia, it is because they look into the mirror and they hate themselves. If you look into the mirror, even if you're not okay with yourself as of right now, learn to love that person in the mirror, because it's only you and him. You only have you and him at the end of the day. You look into the mirror, you're not seeing Justin Bieber, you're not seeing anyone else, you're seeing yourself. So learn to love that human vessel that's in the mirror. Even though this is all fake, what matters is the heart and the soul. The soul is what you truly are. So if you have a good soul and you acknowledge how you're all right with your human vessel, and you love others, and you're grateful for everything you have in your life, your soul will be more positive. This vessel will be more positive, happier, and flow on higher vibrations. So once you acknowledge how great you are, everyone will notice too. So I love y'all, bro. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to leave my last video right here for you guys. So if you missed upon that, go watch that video. That video is fire. Go watch that video. No funny shit. So stay yourself. Stay 300. Whatever you do in life. Trust me, I believe in you, bro.